Well, that's a long time ago. I can't remember the details. I'm not even sure how we had an opening. I was a new chair of the English department, and I don't know whether Marj wrote me or called me or walked in off the street, but here she was, really finishing up a degree, I think, in southern Mississippi, and she made quite an impression. She was young, attractive, energetic, full of fire and vinegar, all of which is still true except perhaps for the young, and I would think that she's still youthful. And she made quite an impression. We had a good conversation, and I was getting ready to offer her the job. And she said, "Now, hold on just a minute. Let's go back to that salary business." Of course, even though in 1972, nobody at Mercer made very much money, I did manage to find a little bit extra so that we could get her, and she joined the English department. I asked her at the retirement ceremony, when you came to Mercer, did you think, I'm coming in here, I'll be here 5 or 6 years, and move on somewhere else, or did you see this as somewhere that you would be permanently? And she said, "Oh goodness, no, I just needed a job." But it proved to be an awfully good hire. And at the same time, she and Peggy DuBose were very good friends and worked in the same way. In fact, we often referred to Dale and Peggy and Marj as the triumvirate. And if you know Peggy, who is of course still around, although she's retired now, then that was a very powerful trio who got a great deal done. Marj just brought an enormous energy and zeal to the work that was going on in the library, and with the resources, with the Academic Resource Center, with all of those things. She was a real dynamo, whatever it was that she was doing. You know, the central thing about Marj is that she is a gadfly. And you had better not be complacent if you're going to work with Marj. The nature of the gadfly is to discomfort the comfortable. And I expect she did that with Kirby as she did with me, as she did with almost everybody else that she worked with. It was always interesting to work with Marj. It was sometimes exciting, and it was sometimes uncomfortable. She had a great relationship with students. She really, really did. I think that's what made her work in writing, in the teaching of writing, so successful, that she became and helped some of the rest of us to become partners with the students in the writing process and in the writing development. You're not standing up at the front of the class, telling them the rules or anything like that. You are engaged with them in a process, and the students that I knew that in that way, in her relationship to Marj, well, they almost idolized her. Interests that she had and still has in IT manifested itself very early. That's not something that you can say that's an accomplishment, but it is actually a very important accomplishment. Many of us were just excited about having email, and Marj was planning computer classrooms and interactive courses and things like that now are part and parcel of Mercer University. Energetic, I've used that word several times, I would use it again. Energetic, forceful, restless, courageous. I don't think I've said this to him, but I would say this to him, that I would like to take credit for getting her here. credit or responsibility or blame, whatever word one chooses to use. I really brought Marj here, and I'm very proud that I did.
What a great opportunity to talk about Marj and her retirement. Let me start by saying I was in the Department of English in the Liberal Arts when Marj was hired. And here she came, perky, energetic, creative. She started messing with the department. She had ideas for the department, and they were outside the box, outside our tradition. But Marj was lureable, and the administration lured Marj to its camp, and she went willingly, and I thought, that's good. But then I began to hear this business of a new library. Now, what was wrong with the old library? Had no books, had no technology, but no. Marj wanted, and the bricks were being laid, and at the dedication, there she was. And who should pick her up next? Who should lure her next? But the upstart on campus, the engineering school. And the engineering school didn't know Marj. However, I had hope. The engineering school has machines and metal things, and they retool. And I thought, they may retool this woman. She's dangerous. But no. What did I begin to hear? I began to hear about a technical writing program. Now, what is a technical writing program? All writing is technical. But Marj, no. This dangerous woman, she set up a technical writing program which is now nationally known. I thought, it's hopeless. And now, we're going to set her free in the world. She's going to be loose in the world, people. Think about the world now. Iran. Iran is building a nuke. North Korea already has a nuke, and we are setting this woman free. Now, attention. I have discovered that there are two options of what we can do with her. The first option is we can send her over there and let her mess with them a while. Or the second option is to keep her close and watch her. Yes. And I have the solution. I picked the second option. And here it is. The second option would be to let her go free. And how do we watch her? I have designated her as a person of interest. And I have put her on the no-fly list. I have friends. I have connections. She is on the no-fly list. We can watch her and stop her. Thank you very much.
Rainey, in one word or less, describe Dr. Marj Davis.
Black belt.
Okay.
This is not fair. When she sets us up so we can have a little, I was going to have little note cards and all this kind of stuff. Now she wants one word or less. I guess she's going to put them all together.
One word or less, describe Dr. Marj Davis.
Inspiring.
Marj is generous.
Assertive.
Okay, Stephen. Dr. Marj Davis, in one word or less, describe her.
Vicious.
Dynamite.
Okay. In one word or less, describe Dr. Marj Davis.
Awesome. Spicy.
Oh. Next word.
Steel magnolia, which is one word if you don't put a space in between the two of them.
Piece of work.
Serious.
Organized.
Feisty.
J, in one word, describe Dr. Marj Davis.
Marj, you're smart.
I may describe Dr. Davis and translate it from my language to English. We would describe her in my hometown as someone who does not eat soap. And so by that, we mean someone who does not take any BS.
Crazy.
Frightening.
Great.
Marj Davis, focused.
Awesome.
Intense.
Cute and smart.
Persistent.
I think Marge should update her ad in Soldier of Fortune magazine.
I really like Peggy's idea of the Bibb County Board of Education.
Take a nap.
Dang, that's a long time. She should be my roommate.
Nothing.
Take a road trip. Enjoy the country.
You cannot stop what you're doing. You should keep working. And then you should be at our faculty meeting to give us clear statement, clear solution for us, period.
I want her to write her book about the history of the discipline, technical communication. She was supposed to have done that last year, and cancer got in the way. She really needs to do that.
Ooh, I think she deserves a break.
I think she needs to go back and update her third-degree black belt in karate.
Go swim with the dolphins.
Skydiving.
Go to Disney World.
Oh.
Take a break.
I think Marj should take maybe 2 or 3 days and solve some big problem for the world, and then come back and help us at Mercer.
Chill.
She should run for mayor of Roberta.
Party at Mardi Gras.
Make s'mores.
Buy a tiger.
Lots of golf.
Oh.
I think she should go hide. That would be a wonderful thing to do. Get away from all the craziness that is known as Bibb County and or Mercer.
I hope she stays as far away from the administration building as possible.
She's the best professor I ever had.